A year and a half ago, I quit my job with no backup plan to go on the suicide mission to follow my dreams and become self-employed, a full-time YouTuber with no instruction manual, no guidance, and no certainty. And a year and a half later, I can proudly say it worked. Up to this point, it's actually worked. It's not just worked, but I've been thriving. I mean, this last year and a half. I got to visit Ecuador after 2 years away. I visited friends across the country. I've had more time to do things I want. I moved to another state. I have more savings than I did before. And lately, I've been making more than I did at my past job. This experience of quitting my job with no backup plan has been one of the most enriching educational experiences of my life. And in this video, I just want to take a step back and talk about this experience because this video is a very significant one to me. This is my 200th video. 200 videos ago, I started this channel, and in the process of making those 200 videos, my life has changed more than I could ever imagine. And in celebration of video number 200, I just want to take a step back and reflect on this experience and share 12 lessons I've learned this past year and a half. And I hope that these lessons can inspire someone out there to take chances and pursue whatever you want to pursue in life. And so the first lesson is if you want something in life, you have to take it. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned throughout this experience is that in this world, nothing will ever be given to you. But if you want something, you have to go out and take it. You have to fight for it every day. For example, with this YouTube channel, like everyone else, I started out with 0 subscribers, consistently posted 1 or 2 videos a week for the last 2 years, and now I'm making a living doing this. This happened because I made it happen. I took it. But most people live their lives waiting, as if someone will knock on their door with an opportunity, and nothing ever happens. If you want something in life, whatever that may be, you have to go out there, take initiative, and take it, because nothing in this world will ever be given to you. The second lesson is whether you think you can or can't, you're right. I'll be honest with you, when I started this channel, I came in with the intention to make money. I wanted to be my own boss and I could see a path on YouTube. I am an entertainer at heart. But the reality of making money on YouTube is that it is very hard and the odds are highly stacked against you. I mean, according to one article, 97.5% of YouTubers don't make enough money to reach the poverty line. But I came into this on day one believing that I can make a living off this. I can proudly say that I am in that top 2.5% of people making a comfortable living off of AdSense alone. I truly believe that anything is possible, and what makes something possible is first believing in yourself and then putting in the work. Whether you think you can or can't, you're right. Now the third lesson is luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Now, as I said, I am in the top 2.5% of people making money on this platform. And some people might just say that I am lucky. And you are right, but what I have learned in this experience is that luck is simply when preparation meets opportunity. Luck is something that really happens to everybody, but it only matters when you're prepared for it. And so many people have opportunity after opportunity pass them by because they are not prepared for it. In order to get lucky, you have to prepare for it, and once opportunity comes, you're ready to seize it. You never know and you can never predict when an opportunity will come in your life. But if you prepare for it, when it does come, you can seize it. Now the fourth lesson is shit takes time. I believe that anything is possible, but I think that a huge reason that people fail at something is because they want quick results. They put in some effort and expect things to happen in months, and when they don't reach success, they quickly give up. Shit takes time, ladies and gentlemen, and if you want to achieve something in life, it's not going to happen quickly. I mean, I've been doing this for the last 2 years. In the first year, I wasn't really making anything. 6 months after quitting my job, I was living off savings. Then the next year, I was barely making it, and now I've been making a comfortable living. If you want to achieve something in life, shit takes time. You have to be patient and consistent over a long period of time until you finally see some results. Now, the fifth lesson is trust is the world's most valuable commodity. No matter what industry you work in, the product everybody is selling is trust. I mean, when you take your car to the mechanic, you trust that they know what they're doing. When you go to the grocery store, you trust that the food is safe to eat. When you watch my channel, you trust that what I say is worth your time. Everyone in this world is selling trust in one way or the other. And the more trustworthy you are generally, the better off you're going to be. Now, the sixth lesson is operating with integrity is the only sustainable long-term plan. Now, because trust is the world's most valuable commodity, regardless of whatever it is that you do, it's important to operate with the highest level of integrity because that is the only way to sustain something over a long period of time. For example, if you own a mechanic shop and overcharge your customers and do spotty work, in the short term, you might make some money, but in the long term, the word will get around and you will not have any customers. But if you operate with a high level of integrity, charge fair prices, and do quality work, customers will keep coming back and you'll sustain your business for the long term. No matter what field you're in, it's important to operate with a high level of integrity because if people don't trust you, you are not going to last a long term. Now, the seventh lesson is you always have a boss. So when I quit my job and became my own boss, I thought El Augustin has no master. El Augustin is a free elf. But I quickly realized that no matter what you do and no matter how independent your job is, you always have a boss. I mean, I have a few bosses. My first boss is the algorithm, where I have to structure videos so it will promote them to you. The second boss is you, the viewer. I have to make videos that you will enjoy and gain your trust. And my third boss is the little man on my shoulder telling me I'm never good enough. And I don't know which one is the worst. It's definitely not you. I think it's the little man on my shoulder. That guy is brutal. But no matter what you do, you will always have a boss in life. You'll probably have multiple. Now, the eighth lesson is you can be wrong 51% of the time and still be successful. Now, the way that YouTube works is that you post video after video, and most videos will perform very average or below average. But every now and then, a video will get picked up by the algorithm and reach a much broader audience. And that doesn't happen often, but those few videos consist of the majority of your channel's views. For example, I have 8.1 million views, but 30% of those views come from 10 videos. I have made 200 videos, but 30% of those views come from 5% of the videos. It's very hard to know which videos will perform well, but it's important to know that it's okay to fail more often than not, because you could be wrong more than 51% of the time and still be successful. Now, the ninth lesson is success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Now, this has been my mantra throughout this journey, said by Winston Churchill. Success is going from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. It is incredible how much you have to fail until you get a success. I mean, as I said, 30% of my views come from 10 videos. And that means that more than 50% of the time, I am seeing flop after flop after flop, and mentally that is exhausting. I cannot tell you how many mental breakdowns I've had thinking that my channel is done. Views aren't everything, but I have to get good performing videos in order to make a living doing this. But what I have learned through this experience is that as long as you just keep pushing through the failures and maintain your enthusiasm, success will eventually come. Now, the next lesson is success isn't owned, it's rented, and the rent is due every day. A huge misconception about success is that success is permanent, and once you have success, you will always have it. But in this world, nobody owns success, but success is something that you're constantly working on. It's like a muscle that you have to work out in order to maintain. For example, in the music industry, you have one-hit wonders like Fountains of Wayne, who had one success but are quickly forgotten. And they're forgotten because they get comfortable with their success and then they're unable to produce another hit. Whereas on the other hand, in the music industry, you have icons like Taylor Swift, who produces hit after hit after hit. Taylor Swift has been so successful for so long because she never gets too comfortable with her success and continues to produce hit after hit. And in order to be successful over a long period of time, you can't act as if you own it, but you have to constantly be fighting for it because nobody owns success. Now, the 11th lesson is it's okay to not have it all figured out. So I have made 200 videos, and there is no doubt in my mind that I can make 200 more. I am actually more excited now than I was 100 videos ago. This is tough, but I truly enjoy it, and I plan to continue doing it more long term. However, there is that scary thought in my mind of what's next. Is anybody gonna hire me? Do I wanna work for someone else? What is my life gonna look like 10 years from now? I have no clue. But the more I do this, the more comfortable I am with not knowing, because I think that makes life exciting. I mean, who knows what my life will look like 10 years from now? Maybe I'll still be doing this. Maybe this will lead me to something much cooler. If I had it all figured out, my life would be pretty dull. I mean, I might be in this cubicle and think in 10 years I'll be in that office over there. Not knowing what the future looks like is scary, but at the same time, it makes life exciting because who knows what's going to happen in the future. It's probably going to be a lot of good things if you're working hard today. And so it's okay not to have it all figured out. Nobody has it figured out anyways. If anybody does tell you that they have it figured out, they are full of shit and they're probably trying to sell you something. Now, the final lesson that I have learned this past year and a half about quitting my job with no backup plan and it actually working out is that haters gonna hate and let them give you strength. Now, some people, and let's just call them grumpy people, will say to me, YouTube isn't a real job. Some of us have to work real jobs. What the hell is a real job? In order for a job to count as real, do you need to be miserable? Do you gotta hate your life? Or people might say, if everyone was a YouTuber, society would collapse. And it's like, pardon my language, remove the kids from this video. This is for comedic purposes only. But it's like, bitch, if everybody was one of anything, it wouldn't work out in any scenario. I mean, if everyone was a doctor, it wouldn't work out and society would collapse. Don't mean we don't need doctors. Don't mean that we don't need entertainers either. Good looking entertainers, ladies and gentlemen. But when you decide to do something out of the ordinary, especially make a living doing something fun, following your dreams, the haters are gonna hate. But as Missy Elliott once said, they can't stop you or block you or mock you. They mad cause you bad and they not you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we say in the dirty South, let the haters give you strength. And so cheers to video number 200 and many more to come. Thank you for all your support. And remember, todo es posible y tiene la responsabilidad de vivir sus sueños. And with that, Muchas gracias, que tenga un buen día. Nos vemos, chico.